Hey guys, and welcome to another GameXplain discussion. I'm your host, Derek Bittner, and I'm joined today by Ash Paulson to discuss all the Smash Bros. Picks of the day for this past week. So let's get started. So Ash, game's out been out for a week now, so not quite sure what he has left to show, but Sakurai did find, I guess, some things to talk about. I mean, he's really not sticking to his whole, let's have some funny pictures to pass the time. He's still trying to stay informational for people, but hey, congratulations to all you guys in Europe because you finally get to play the game.
Yes, and I'm sorry to those of you in Japan because you still have one more week to wait, but you're almost there.
Almost there.
Yeah. But you'd think this would be the prime time to do silly pictures.
You would think, but no, we just get right into it and we start talking about the music where he sort of clarifies the way labels work, where if it's it has a red icon on the remix. For the remix, it's a brand new one for Smash Bros. Wii U. If it's a grayed out remix, it's from Brawl. And if it's the original, and then it says original, it's obviously the original game, which, I kind of figured that out pretty much right away as I was going through. And it's nice that they clarify that for music aficionados. Yeah,
and it's also important to note that if it's a black or a gray remix, it's not just from Brawl. It can be from Melee, from 64, really anything that's not the original song, but isn't a new remix for this game.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. But yeah, and then he kind of goes into something about Corneria, how there's a little confusion with the track naming because Corneria from Melee isn't a song that plays in Corneria in the original game, which I assume by that he means Star Fox 64, but they couldn't change the name of the track. It does get a little confusing with the track names, I admit, but I think most people who care enough to go through all the My Music stuff, they're all going to know which song is which.
Oh yeah, you got so many music lovers out there, and they'll just pick it up right away. I mean, I'm sure we had no trouble.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I've been unlocking CDs slowly as I play through the game, which is it's always so gratifying knowing what new song you have, and it's just I love really no other game like this can you unlock music. I mean, you can tell just from that how much Sakurai cares about video game music. And
it's such great music too. There's a lot of really great remixes. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, even in the second pick here, we got 4 different versions of Mute City, which wow.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, most of them sound pretty good. I don't think they're all unlocked at the beginning, so I haven't heard all of them, but I mean, what I've heard so far, I've enjoyed. I mean, it's just the music selection has been quite good.
Yeah, Mute City version 3 hurts in the Wii U version just because I know it's supposed to be for the new Mute City stage in the 3DS version, and I really, had wanted that stage to be carried over to the Wii U version. But sadly, all 4 versions of Mute City play on Port Town Aerodive, which is a cool stage, but, it would have been nice to see a little, Mute City come back for the 3DS version.
Yeah, I mean, best we can hope for is DLC at this point, which apparently,
exactly,
according to Sakurai, he's not actually working on it, so I don't know what that means, but
I'm not sure how much I actually believe that, especially because people data mined the 3DS version and found pretty much hard evidence of an upcoming DLC shop like Mario Kart 8 has.
Yeah, so there's always hope. I mean, I wouldn't mind having more stages, or just like you were saying before, a 3DS pack that brings over a lot of the cool 3DS stages.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the 3DS stages would look great in HD. They're a lot of fun to play. But honestly, they could just do Magic and Mute City, and I'd be perfectly happy with that.
That's true. The last little bit they had for Monday was just a sound, so you can listen to the voice of some of the enemies, including Metal Face. And you can actually, which Andre actually pointed out slightly before this, you have voice variations where he talks to different fighters, and especially some unique sayings against Shulk, which is a nice little touch to the original game.
Yeah, that's really cool, and I like how that video went up pretty much right before Sakurai made this update.
Yeah, we kind of eked that by.
Yeah, so yeah, no, that's just one of those little touches, attention to detail that Sakurai is known for. It's really cool that Metalface will say different things to Shulk if he's on the field.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, moving on to Tuesday, we get another look at the Orbital Gate, which is just a space station. It's actually what we're looking at is the trophy for it, which that's a pretty. I haven't unlocked this trophy myself yet, so it's pretty.
No, I haven't either.
Cool looking trophy. The Orbital Gate stage is really cool looking. And actually, what's crazy about this is that he says that it took an entire year to complete this stage alone.
Yeah, and that really puts things into perspective. I know a lot of people who aren't familiar with game development will often, it's just easier to be an armchair fan or developer and say, oh, they should just put this stage in or that stage in. It's not that hard. It really is that hard. When you consider the fact that this one stage took them a year to complete alongside other things, I mean, it really does put things in perspective in terms of just how much work and manpower it takes to just even do one really visually impressive stage.
Oh yeah, and Orbital Gate is probably the most complicated of all the stages, if I had to just go off memory, because you got such exact timing there where you got them, like, it explodes and you fly up and then you land on the R wings as you're flying forward, and the perspective is changing, and just all this other stuff is going on. So I can believe it taking a year, because that's you want to plan out the stage, you want to develop how the stage works, get the timing right on everything, make everything look good. I could totally see that taking a year. I'm not sure how big the team was for this stage in particular, but still, it would take that long.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. I think it is probably the most visually impressive and dynamic stage in the game, to be sure. So, yeah, I obviously not every stage took that long to complete, but it definitely does put things in perspective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, moving on to Wednesday, we got to look at another stage, which is Gamer, where he just basically talks about the mom and how she can pop up from anywhere, including an easel, so you got to stay on your toes. And she'll pop out of the TV sometimes, and actually they'll try to distract you by having a mother lookalike walk around in the background through the in the window. And actually, apparently, that's Grandpa.
Yeah, and I think that's actually something you find out in Game & Wario, but I didn't play it that much, so I actually had completely forgotten that's not actually Mom walking around back in the back window there. So that's kind of a cool touch, that you can see his wig swaying. And this stage is just so fun. Like, this is one of the stages I go back to the most. I love that the layout's randomized. And it's never gets kind of, I don't know, it's always humorous seeing Mom pop out kind of a creepy Samara-style way out of the TV, and it's a great stage.
No, it really is. And she can actually be devastating. Like, she's not too bad at lower percentages, but if you get in high up and you get caught, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, no, exactly. You have to be really careful. But yeah, I think she does 20 damage and a little knockback. But yeah, like you said, at higher percentages, it's a KO for you.
Oh, yeah. It makes me wonder about Grandpa, though, why he's wearing a wig. Is this just entrapment, or is there something else going on there?
Yeah, I guess Mom has enlisted him somehow to wear a wig and act as her decoy. But yeah, you have to wonder why he's actually going to the trouble.
Grandpa's just a little odd. We don't talk about him much.
Exactly.
All right, moving on to Thursday, we get another look at Smash Tour, and I guess he tries to explain things a little better this time, where he's talking about the different card suits and how the different star marks are checkpoints, and then you'll get additions to your strength bonus if you stop on any one of them, and if you do a full round, you get a whole stat boost to everything. So, and then apparently 5 is like the best number to roll. I didn't quite understand this one, but
well, because I guess if you count the number of spaces going through the middle of the board, there it's perfect, like perfect 5. So if you roll 2 5s, you can go right across the middle of the board with no problems. But like so many other things in Smash Tour, it really doesn't matter. Honestly, you're bound to be hit by about 30 different random things before that actually happens. So, yeah, I don't know. It's Smash Tour. I want to care, but I don't.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I tried out Smash Tour, to unlock the Pac-Land stage, and I went in there with the best of intentions. Like, okay, I'm going to try to figure this out to see if I can really know, what this game mode's like, and see if I can enjoy it. And it's just so chaotic, where everybody's doing their own thing, everything's counteracting everything else, and it's just a mess, and you really don't know what's going on. So you can end up with so few fighters, or more fighters than you know what to do with. And honestly, I just played against, of course, a computer opponent, so I had no trouble, even if I had less fighters, still beating them and winning it. I never had trouble with that. Maybe it's different with it's definitely different with human players, but it struck me as odd that 15 turns is the lowest is the lowest amount of turns that you can set up for this.
Yeah, I wish it was like 5 or 10 or 0. Or Yeah, honestly, Smash Tour makes Mario Party look like the most strategic game I've ever played, and that's obviously saying a lot. I mean, the way I feel is just there are already ways to make Smash Brothers random and chaotic that are more fun than Smash Tour.
Yeah.
So why not just do that? Why not go to Special Smash, and just set up a bunch of crazy rules and do that? Like, I don't know. This could be a whole discussion by itself, but yeah, this picture is just, okay, Smash Tour. Obviously, what he's actually saying here is that the card suits and the stars, and the star mark, act as checkpoints. So if you pass them all, you get a boost to all your stats. And if you land on one of the checkpoints, you get a boost to your strength, which is cool. I mean, yeah, you can aim to do that, and hopefully you'll be able to do that without some random thing from some other player derailing you. But like so many other things in Smash Tour, it's just completely just random.
Yeah. I don't think I've heard, other than Josh Thomas, I don't think I've heard anybody else praise this mode.
I haven't either. He is literally the only person I've heard say that they like this mode.
Yeah, I've heard from so many people it's just like we played it a little bit to just get Pac-Land, and they were done, because I don't know, there's just nothing. It's so weird and random and just doesn't have any flow to it that it's hard to get into. You'd just much rather play another form of Smash, or in my case, I almost wouldn't mind to see Smash Run be in the Wii U mode as well.
Me too, and that's saying something.
Exactly. I can see that being fleshed out better on the Wii U. Maybe not for local co-op, or maybe not for local games like like in the 3DS version. But online, I think it'd be a great mode.
Yeah, an online version of Smash Run in high definition, where the players can actually affect each other in the arena, would be so much better than Smash Tour.
I think that'd be the best version. All right, well, moving on to Friday, we get a look at the Wrecking Crew stage, which I believe this is the first time he's officially talked about it at any length, and basically just says how it'll work, how the bombs will destroy platforms and it'll go down, and you gotta watch, to not get trapped underneath things, and how the stage is basically changing constantly, as well as congratulating Europe, as we already did, that the game is out in their region now. So, it's a nice little post, and I really enjoy the Wrecking Crew stage. I think it's a lot of fun. It's it is very different, and it is, I don't know, it just kind of works for matching up with the original game.
Yeah, I like it. It's a great tribute to the original game, and it's not too intrusive hazard-wise. Like, they could easily have made it with the exploding walls and bombs. They could have made it to where they do tons of damage and knockback, but they don't really. I mean, they can damage you, but it's not too bad, and it never feels like it's too much. Like, you just can't avoid it. So yeah, I like it.
No, yeah, it's really easy to just pick up and play and just enjoy. And yeah, I mean, it's I wouldn't call it one of the more memorable stages compared to some of the other ones, but it's still a really solid stage that I can enjoy and have fun on. You
can get stuck inside a metal barrel that falls from above, just like in the original game, and you can be attacked by other players while you're stuck. So you can get yourself out by mashing buttons, which is pretty straightforward. But it's a nice touch from the original game.
Yeah, exactly. It's a nice little callback and whatnot. So. Can't really complain about that.
Right, I do like the little touch with the eyeballs on the oil drum, which is just like how it looked in the original game, which is kind of a fun, kind of cartoony way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, guys. Well, I think that about covers it for our discussion here. So, thank you guys for watching. And if you like this video, be sure to like us on Facebook and Twitter at GameXplain. And of course, stay tuned to GameXplain for more on Smash Brothers and other things gaming too. Until next time, guys. Bye.